I can go on and on about what makes Moby Dick a brilliant novel. If you haven't read Moby Dick, be warned, it is not a traditional novel at all. It is a philosophy book, a whale biology textbook, and a seafaring adventure, all rolled into one. Only about half of the book's text is dedicated to advancing the plot, the rest is philosophical rambling and nautical information. I was never bored a minute when I read Moby Dick for the first time. I thought it was quite fascinating, despite the archaic language and digressions. There was one chapter in particular that stuck out to me. The reason being is because it both dates the novel and made me realize how ahead of his time the narrator is. I am referring to chapter 105, or, Does the Whale's Magnitude Diminish Will He Perish? AKA the Buffalo in Illinois chapter. In this chapter, Ismail discusses the fact that less than a century before the book was published, there were thousands of herds of buffalo in Illinois, which are now sadly extirpated. To quote Ishmael, "Though so short a period ago, not a good lifetime, the census of the buffalo in Illinois exceeded the census of men now in London, and though at the present day not one horn or hoof of them remains in all that region, and though the cause of this wondrous extermination was the spear of man, yet the far different nature of the whale hunt peremptorily forbids so inglorious an end to the Leviathan." He then goes on to explain that it is impossible for whales to be out-hunted because the ocean is such a vast and mysterious place, and there are places such as the ice caps of the North and South Poles where they can travel to but cannot be seen, which is not the case for the buffaloes of the Midwest. He argues that hunting whales is far more difficult than hunting buffalo, as it would take a fortunate whaling vessel to 4 years to kill 40 whales. This stuck out to me as I was surprised a whaler from 1851 would be so conscientious of wildlife numbers. It goes to show that even in 1851 at least some people were concerned about fauna loss, as many animals were out-hunted around this time, namely the passenger pigeon, which was still abundant in 1851 and extinct in 1914. If a whaler of all people was aware, surely others cared too. This chapter also stuck out to me. It shows the book's age. Ishmael was very wrong about whales becoming endangered, as this was well before the anti-whaling movement began in the early 1970s. Makes you wonder if he was alive today if he would be on the whale conservation team or not. Ishmael also argues that although 13,000 whales are killed by Americans annually, this is less than the amount of elephants killed every year since ancient African times, yet elephants are yet to be endangered. Ishmael ends this chapter proclaiming the mighty whale is immortal. Did he speak a little too soon?